Grand Awakening Goddesses and Awakened Gods. It's your goddess here, Goddess Light, the People's Goddess, bringing you insight and wisdom on spiritual technology and practical techniques for today's modern goddesses and awakened gods to manifest the desires of your heart into your 3D physical reality. Always keeping it sage and hood, I inspire you to master your power to manifest with clarity your intentions into your physical experience. I am your favorite manifest enthusiast. As we continue to elevate, my only obligation is to tell it straight. It has come to my attention that some of us in the collective who are focusing on healing could benefit from this resource. It's time to talk about binaural music and how it can help you heal. I discovered binaural beats, as it was called when I found it, about 7 years ago. I was looking for music to meditate to. I had anxiety I needed to settle at the time due to having found out that I was pregnant. And I was nervous about this pregnancy because I had a miscarriage about a year prior to that. That affected me deeply. It took a long time for me to make peace with that. It's a long story, but I will share that journey at some point on the time and space continuum, because actually that experience catapulted me into my spiritual journey, where my focus began as intentionally manifesting an inevitable conception followed by a healthy term pregnancy, which I did. I had 2 healthy term pregnancies in 2 years, and I was at an advanced age, so they say, when I did it. So definitely when we get around to talking about intentionally manifesting with clarity an inevitable conception followed by a healthy term pregnancy, not TTC, not trying to conceive. That verbiage just never resonated with me, you see, because you have to be mindful of the words that you use when calling in a physical experience, okay? So if you call yourself trying, you'll always be trying. Anyway, like I mentioned, I will elaborate on that experience. I definitely had to bring myself out of a dark, time, and I did. I was successful with that, and I was rewarded with my 2 littles. So, how do you know if binaural music can be a resource for you? By how you feel, always, right? Ask yourself this, or I'm gonna ask you this. Are you waking up in the morning hollering, fuck, as soon as the alarm goes off? Do you feel depressed as soon as you wake up? Overwhelmed? Anxious? Do you feel like you're post-traumatized and would like some help addressing and healing your trauma? Just know that we have been promised the perfecting of all that concerns us. So this might be a helpful resource for you. So I came across binaural beats, as it was called then, as I said, looking for some music to meditate to. And when I first discovered binaural beats, it wasn't music, not as I considered it. It literally was like some repetitive beats and some tones and frequencies like running under that, right? Then it did evolve into music where that beat, that sound, and those tones are inaudible, and there's more pleasant sounding music that they play on top of it, so you don't really hear it. It's still there, but you can't hear it. And there are also some binaural audios that offer subliminal affirmations as well. And yes, I was a little sketched out about the subliminal stuff at first too. If you're feeling that way, I was like that. I thought the same thing too at first. But here's the thing. I took on divine protection a long time ago, so I don't receive harm from things that I do unaware of intentions of potential harm. So, like, in other words, I trust the universe to have my back if I unknowingly place myself in harm's way. Plus, I'm adventurous too, so I'm like, fuck it, bring it on, let's see what's up. So, what is it really? Like, what is it? Well, it's music that has been specifically engineered to be effective at varying brainwave states. Like when the music is introduced, they choose what brainwave state that the particular message, tones, and vibrational beats would be most effective with, right? So when it's introduced to the mind, when you're listening to the music, it's in two frequencies or tones, and the rapid vibrations or the beats that is introduced to both sides of the brain. The spiritual technology behind it is the right hemisphere of the brain receives a different frequency than the left in order to bring both sides of the mind into agreement on healing a specific concern. Then a new combined frequency that is energetically healthy and spiritually in alignment or in agreement with your truest intention is produced. Extra added bonus. It also addresses the subconscious programming that has been opposing your progress in manifesting your intentions with clarity. So it brings your subconscious mind even into agreement or alignment with your conscious mind's intentions. So now you have a strong frequency vibration to cast, so you can more deliberately set your intentions for manifestation with optimal clarity. Use as a practical technique. Use as a practical technique would be to use headphones or earbuds while listening for the most optimal reception. And listen to the binaural music while you sleep sometimes, instead of falling asleep and being at the subliminal mercy of whatever comes across the TV or the radio, which is programming you subliminally anyway, so you might as well take control over what you program your mind to think. You can also let it play in the background of your day if possible, and that will also benefit you as well. When I started out listening to this type of music, I started out with a company or music produced by Vortex Success, which by now has a vast and amazing library. Anything you can think of, I think, is there. And they're not paying me to tell you anything. I'm just letting you in on this leg of my journey and what I discovered, okay? And they have, like I said, every type of concern that you can think of, from inner child healing to healing from being in a relationship with a narcissist is there. Even calling in your soulmate twin flame connection, if you're into that kind of thing, well, it's there. And also calling in wealth abundance to awakening your inner divinity, spiritual gifts, and anything you can think of practically, it's on there. And so I find these ones particularly to be excellent for meditation because they tend to be a little bit shorter. But however, there are so many productions of this music now that can be found on YouTube. And I found out that Alexa will play you some binaural music too. I just set it on a whim, right? I was surprised when it started playing. I was like, whoa, shit, it's catching on. But there are so many productions now that are hours long, so you can choose to sleep with it throughout the night. This is a really good idea, right? So I would choose only one or two songs at a time to listen to at a time to start with. It's recommended to give it at least 3 weeks for optimal results. So, happy healing! And I hope this resonates with whoever needs it. Well, thank you so much for your precious time and your divine presence. I really appreciate being able to connect with you here. Please like and share and follow Goddess Life. You never know what goes on behind closed doors, and this could really help someone. Remember, love yields peaceful, harmonious energy. I sincerely hope that you find what you're looking for. And if you follow your intuition, you will. Collective love. Goddess is blessed.